fans, to this edition of the Mike Fuller Show. The Eagles are coming off a victory over the Mineral Wells Rams, 35-24. And Coach, 35-24. The game wasn't really that high scoring, and it's really not indicative. It was a really, really close game for at least 3 quarters. And from what I noticed, it was a close game, but more than anything, it was physical.
It was a physical game. I told everybody who would listen last week, players, radio people, just anybody around town, that Mineral Wells was not going to be the team that they had remembered from scrimmaging last year. Like you said, they were physical. They've obviously spent some quality time in the weight room. They had some good athletic kids, and they knew what they were doing. Had a good scheme. So we felt like, and I knew it was going to be a 4-quarter battle, so that's what we were preparing for. Really proud of it wasn't easy. Sometimes it's great to win a game that's not easy, because truthfully the easy ones, when time goes by, you really don't remember those. But I think the kids will remember the plays that they had to make down the stretch to beat Mineral Wells, and it was a huge lift for our team to get to 2-0 in district and beat a good team like that.
Awesome. Yeah, 2-0 in district, and you've got the Hershey Huskies Friday night here at Eagle Stadium. They are 2-5 and 1-1 in district.
Right.
Speak to the Huskies and what we can expect to see.
Well, first of all, I don't think you can ever look at a team's record and really tell anything about them. All it says to me is that they're getting better, because they're 1-1 in district and coming off of a big win over Gainesville last week. They have a quarterback/running back that is as talented of a ball carrier that I've seen in a long time. He's gonna present a big challenge for us, like he has for everybody that they've faced. He's about 90% of their offense. He does a tremendous job, and they do a good job of finding out creative ways to get him the football. Aside from that, they've got good athletes. They've got speed. They've got some guys that will really rush the passer. They fly around. They're physical. They've just had some unfortunate things happen in some of their games, but we're looking at it from this standpoint. They're 1-1 in our district. We're 2-0, and we need to get to 3-0. And so we need to have a great week of practice and be ready to hopefully use some of the things that they would do well. Maybe use it against them a little bit.
Right. Well, I always ask you some of the keys to the game. I would assume stopping that quarterback would be a key, and give us a couple of other keys for this Friday night.
Well, I think like always, and I think we've proven, when we hold the ball, when we protect the football and don't turn it over, we're pretty tough on offense. When we don't allow big plays defensively and make a team drive 10 or 12 plays to score, you got a pretty good chance of them making a mistake. So it's kind of the opposite. When we're on offense, we're trying to do exactly what the other team's not wanting us to do. But I think protecting the football, eliminating some big plays, and just like always, just being able to rise up and play the next play, because he is going to make some plays. There's no question. He'll get loose a few times. Hopefully we can get him stopped before he gets to the end zone, and just wherever they spot the ball, that's where we're gonna play at the next play.
Coach, I could ask you week after week what the keys are, but the consistent theme is you never really get past the fundamentals and proper execution, and the best way to do that is just preparation. Is that right?
That's the truth. This week we're kind of back on a more normal schedule for our preparation, and just heading back to the Mineral Wells game, really was proud of the way our kids adjusted. Because if you think about that, Mineral Wells played Hershey on a Thursday night. We played Burke Burnett on Friday and came back and finished it on Saturday. I know it's just a half both times, but that's getting yourself ready to play and physically banging on opponents 2 days in a row, which that makes it to a couple more days rest for them. Usually, the fresher team is going to be the one that has the upper hand. So we even shorted ourselves a day of preparation to rest for that. So just the way the kids prepared last week was great. I'm excited about this week having a full day of preparation and normal practice yesterday. We had our Saturday routine that we were able to get taken care of. So you're absolutely correct. It's all about mental and physical preparation and just taking care of the fundamentals: blocking, tackling, throwing, catching, coverage. Knowing your assignment. Those things never change. If you do them right, you got a good chance of winning.
Awesome. Well, now, Coach, let's move into our featured guest segment, and we're also going to include the Remember When segment, and it's a special person to the program, a special person to the district, somebody that makes the whole thing go, Miss Virginia Caraway.
Awesome.
Well, here we are with the Athletic Secretary, Virginia Caraway. Hi, Virginia.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. I understand you've been in Decatur for a while.
Yes, I am.
How many years have you been in Decatur working for DISD?
39,
And you're now the Athletic Secretary.
right?
So, Secretary doesn't probably do the role justice. What actually does the Athletic Secretary do for the coaches?
Oh, wow. Bookkeeping, scheduling, UIL, oh, just whatever they need us to do.
And how long have you been serving in that role?
8 years.
Okay. You've been in DISD almost a total of 39 years, correct?
Full 39.
What have you done in Decatur for the school district other than as the Athletic Secretary at the high
Oh,
school?
you're going to get me started now.
Go ahead.
12 years as elementary secretary. 12 years as high school secretary. So in that 12 years, the second 12 years, I got to see all those little kids grow up. Awesome. I saw the beginning and the end. I saw the little crying little 5-year-olds graduate from high school. So I love that part.
Are there any that have come through that now have children?
Oh,
that are
many.
here?
Oh,
Really?
gosh, yes. Many, many kids.
I bet
yes.
that's fun.
Yes, it is. And then I was 8 years superintendent secretary. 6 years superintendent and 8 years here.
Wow. Wow. I bet over the time, I just moved here in the summer, and but I bet over 39 years, you have seen a lot of major changes in Decatur and in the school system all over. Can you
Right.
speak to that?
When I first started as an elementary secretary, we still did the old pencil and paper routine, the purple mimeograph, and it was like being a glorified teacher's aide, running off little color sheets for the kids. But then we got more involved with bookkeeping. PEMS came along that you had to report directly to Austin. Everything got more complicated. Back then, it would have been very simple for someone basically to come in off the street and do the job of an elementary secretary, but not anymore. It's gotten so specialized.
A lot of things have, I'm sure.
Yes, yes.
Well, this is the Football Coaches Show, and we talked before we turned the camera on about asking you what your fondest memory was in Decatur football. We have a segment called Remember When, and this week you're going to be that person. So what is your fondest memory of Decatur football?
Oh, I've got
Or
many.
have several if you want.
I do. But my perspective of football is totally different than a coach or a player because I see things differently. I see it more through the parents. I work with the parents more than I do the athletes.
Right.
For instance, the dad, his son's senior year, he buys like 20 reserved seats for all the family to come watch. His son has an injury the very first game at Gainesville, never gets to play a home game his senior year, and he's bought all those tickets. And then, of course, the injury to Coach Story's son. That was just catastrophic. That was horrible. But then the reserve seats, selling reserve seats is fun. I mean, people think I don't enjoy doing it, but I do, because everybody comes up when their kid gets to high school. I've got to get these seats so that I can be here to watch my son when he gets to be a senior. I want to be sure I have my seats.
Right.
And I enjoy dealing with the public. It's a lot of fun.
It's all about people.
It is definitely
Good.
about people.
Well, 39 years is a long time, and I'm sure that the district will greatly miss you as the individual people as well. But what is it that, when you're not coming back here every day, what is it that you will miss?
Oh, a little bit of everything. I have always enjoyed what I do. I enjoy the detailed part of it. I enjoy the interaction with the parents, with the coaches. So I will definitely miss all of that. I will miss people I've known here at the school, for years and years. And just having a routine. I don't know what I'm going to do without a routine. It's gonna be hard.
Find a new one.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I'm sure that the district's appreciative, and you've been a great blessing.
Well, thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
very nice.
You know, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And the dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind you.
Well, you know, as athletic director, I just want to personally thank Ms. Caraway and her family for 39 years of service to the district. I was very sad to find out right when I got here. In fact, at the school board meeting when I was approved, Ms. Caraway was one of the first people that greeted me and my family, and she showed us around the school that night. We found out shortly after that she was retiring, but you know, she's got to have some great memories. I know there's a lot of people in town who have a lot of fond memories of Ms. Caraway. So I just want to thank her from the entire athletic department and the entire district for her time here in Decatur.
Well, they're big shoes to fill when she leaves. How you're going to fill them, Coach?
Well, you know, those are big shoes. I'm not sure exactly what size they are, but they have a lot of experience. We had a unique situation this summer. Ms. Caraway and I interviewed a number of people for that position, and we, you know, one just kept rising to the top, and we've hired Linda Hudler to take over in that position, and she started in August. And so, in kind of a strange situation, Ms. Caraway and Ms. Hudler have been working together, you know, kind of transitioning Ms. Caraway into retirement and Mrs. Hudler into that new role. So it's been a pretty helpful situation for me, I'll tell you that. But we're excited to have her on board.
Wasn't that's her right there?
Yes, it is.
Come on over here. Come here. Just for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
How are you?
Good.
So, tell us where you came from.
I'm from Fort Worth,
Okay.
and I worked with Fort Worth ISD, so I have some school background. But this is all new to me, athletics, but it's been fun.
Has the transition been going well? Virginia's been helping you.
Yes,
Mike's
yes.
been helping you.
Yes, it's
Awesome.
been great. It's been great having Virginia, and yeah, everybody's been so welcoming and helpful. It's been wonderful.
Well, I just wanted to introduce you and let everybody see you because you are the person for tickets, right?
Tickets.
All right.
Yes.
There you have it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, now it's time for you to be on the hot seat again this week. The Around the Town question for Coach Fuller comes from Michael Madry at Carson Elementary.
Somewhere out on that horizon, out beyond the neon lights.
I'm Michael Madry. I'm from Carson Elementary. I play for the Decatur Eagles, and I want to know how to get by, I'm defensive end, but how to get by the person who's trying to block me the best way.
Michael, I just want to thank you for that question. First of all, I'm super excited that you're a Decatur Eagle, that you're playing in the youth football program here. Your question is a tough one. A defensive end, you look like a great football player. I hope to get to see you play sometime this year. But you know, one thing I'm looking forward to is around the year 2020, seeing you playing on Friday nights because you look like you're going to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. To answer your question, though, you know, there's a lot of different techniques that need to be perfected to get past the guy trying to block you. It really depends on if it's a run or a pass. But my advice to you would be this: number one, listen to your coach. Whatever he's trying to teach you to do is going to be the thing you need to do for your team. I also want to invite you and any other youth football player here in Decatur. You come to any practice that we have. If you're there kind of toward the end of practice, and you want to get some pointers from players or coaches or whatever, we'll be happy to work with you. And you can tell all your buddies that because we're excited about the future of Decatur football, and obviously you're part of that future. Good luck this for the rest of this year, and thank you for your question.
Well, here we are with two featured players of the week this week for the Eagles, Dakota Williams, Nolan Stone. We've got our left guard, left tackle right here, right where they are normally would be. Dakota, you're coming off some injuries, an MCL injury, and you've been out for how long?
3 weeks.
You're raring to go this Friday night?
Yes, sir.
All right. Nolan, you've battled through some injuries. You haven't actually missed any time. How's that been for you?
It's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
You just got to push through them no matter what?
Yes, sir.
Have you missed your pal over here, Dakota?
Yeah, I missed him quite a bit, actually.
So how do you guys interact together during a game?
By making calls and messing with each other sometimes.
Who messes with who?
I usually mess with them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So between the two of you, I've asked this to like running backs and I've asked this to quarterback. If you got to pick a play call as basically the entire left side of our offensive line, if you got to pick a play call, what would be the play that you would choose? What's your most favorite
Counter.
play?
Counter right.
Counter right.
And why a counter right?
Because we
get the
both
pull.
And what does that mean?
Means we get to hit some linebackers.
All right.
knock somebody out.
Well, I'm sure you will Friday night. We're glad you're healed up. We're glad you're back in there. Looking forward to it. Coach, we talked mostly about the varsity in our show, and we have talked a little bit about JV and freshmen. And so give us a little update on how sub-varsity teams are doing.
Well, things are going well. You know, our JV, couldn't be more proud of those guys. They started off the year kind of in a rough patch. We lost our first 3 games, competed well, played hard, but you know, just didn't win, and a couple of them weren't very close. And since then, they've strung together 4 wins in a row. They're really
Good for
fun
them.
to watch. They figured out how to play together, and you know, just are really executing well. And I think they're having a great time, and it's going to be really good for the future of our program. Freshmen had a tremendous game last week. After a couple of disappointing outings, we got beat by Sanger, and then we didn't play at our best at Burkmanhead. Sometimes that's good for you to lose a game, kind of refocus you. But they had a great week of practice last week, and then against Mineral Wells last week, really just got after them. I mean, from the beginning, that game was over by the end of the first quarter. So couldn't be more proud of them. Our 7th and 8th grade teams are both doing really well. They've lost 1 game, and that was to Argyle. They competed well in that game, but you know, they're both playing tonight. So we're excited about what the future holds for Decatur football.
Sounds like they're learning lessons that'll serve them well on Friday nights.
Right, they are.
Well, Coach, that'll do it. Another show in the books.
Right.
Eagle fans, this Friday night at 7:30, your Eagles will be going against the Hershey Huskies at Eagle Stadium. 7:30 kickoff. Remember, we'll have updates on DecaturEagles.mobi and on our Twitter. And remember, Eagle Fight
Never dies.
Thanks for watching.